Hello there, lovely listener. This is just a warning to let you know that this episode of Return of the Giants may contain adult language or adult themes. Hello everybody.
Hello everyone.
Hello there. Welcome back to the Lost Archives. It is wonderful to see your gorgeous faces. We are here. We are back. We are playing Return of the Giants, the premier homebrew Dungeons and Dragons adventure. You can catch right here, live on twitch.tv/The Lost Archives, or on any podcast platform of your choosing, or on YouTube at The Lost Archives RPG. We are super stoked to be back. We obviously had last week off. This music's very loud. We obviously had last week off. We are very excited to be diving back in. Sorry we missed you guys last week. Very, very stoked to be back. We do have 3 cameras in the off position for tonight because we have 3 sick people who are showing, I would say, incredible dedication being here tonight, despite the fact that they are currently suffering from 1800s consumption. Brandon, Ali, and Jared will not have their cameras on tonight. They are all here. Brandon's been inserting huge amounts of Vicks Vapor Rub in any orifice he could find, so hopefully he's feeling a bit better.
Honestly, almost like worrying amounts of Vapor Rub.
No. I don't want to see the camera on showing you how you're inserting Vicks Vapor Rub, mate.
There you go. You'll get one quick glimpse of me.
Hello. He doesn't look very well, actually. To be genuinely honest, he doesn't look very well.
Bye, everyone. Ali says goodbye too.
Ali doesn't arm. It's one arm.
Now, you don't look thick. I need to see phlegm. Give me a spit.
No, thank you. Matt, you're muted, buddy. We couldn't hear you, but I'd love to hear what you were saying.
I was going to say he looks like one of his employees, Grimm's employee.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he looks like he's been recently revived.
He's cosplaying tonight as one of Grimm's. You know what? That's great. You need to play Grimm for tonight, Owen, and he needs to play as a zombie.
Yeah, okay, I'm on board for that.
Actually, I can play the role of zombie really well. My voice is deep and croaky enough.
What was that? Zombie? And you're like,
but this is good. So now you have evidence. Both of you have evidence to show to your places of work for when you have tomorrow and Friday off sick to play Pocopia. I mean, when you have tomorrow and Friday off sick because you are sick, genuinely sick. Yeah, very, very sick. They're very, very sick, everybody.
What happens if I give the zombies Vicks Vapor Rub? Do you think they'll be cured?
No. No.
It would heighten them.
It's not the elixir of life. It's not the philosopher's fucking stone. It's echinacea.
Zombies.
All I can think of, zombies exist in a D&D world, which is fantasy. Yep. So Vicks Vapor Rub coming into this world would be almost akin to a magic item. So honestly,
Yep.
So
it'd
honestly,
be like
it's not that far off what you're talking about.
It'd be called like the cream of clear breathing or something like that in D&D.
Remove 3 levels of exhaustion during a long rest.
Yeah. Oh man. Super quick announcements before we begin. For those of you who are big D&D fans, I'm assuming all of you if you're here listening to us playing D&D, and for those of you who are Disco Elysium fans, again, I'm assuming most of you, because one of the most popular videos on the channel right now is me playing Disco Elysium. So I've got some great news for you. Recently, a game has just come out called Esoteric Ebbs, and it is the perfect fusion of Disco Elysium and Dungeons & Dragons. Picture the entire rule set for 5th edition D&D, but you're playing as if it was Disco Elysium. So like your prime stats, strength, constitution, intelligence, they're the ones that chime in and give you advice and information depending on how many points you've put into them. And you're walking around this beautifully, the art style is really, really stunning. And there's a lot of hand-drawn art for each of the character profiles as you talk to them. I've got a bunch of episodes coming out as time goes on. It was released this morning. It's very, very good. I thoroughly recommend checking it out. It's currently $30 on Steam, Australian. I think it's 10% off. It's really, really good. And it's not tied up in any of the Disco Elysium drama. I know there's some stuff going on with how that works out, and we don't really know what that landscape looks like. This is a completely unaffiliated guy. I think his name's like Chris, just a dude in Sweden who like has been working on this since 2017. It's really good. It's not voiced yet. I'm genuinely considering reaching out and just offering my voice acting for free because I've been voice acting the whole thing as part of the playthrough, and it's really fun to give each of the stats. Each of the stats like a voice and a character. But yeah, I thoroughly recommend checking it out. Otherwise, you'll be able to see the episodes coming out. In fact, if you're watching this on YouTube, the episode is already out, and podcast as well. Episode's already out. You can already watch the first episode over at YouTube. It's already there, ready to rock and roll. That's pretty much all the fun news I have to share, actually. Wind and Waves trailer dropped. Looks really exciting. I'm keeping my hype levels realistic. I know Pocopia comes out tomorrow, for those of you who are watching live. I'm not sure yet whether I'll do a playthrough of Pocopia. I'll keep you posted. I was going to until I discovered Esoteric Ebbs, and now I'm I'm really, really enjoying that quite a lot. So I don't know. We'll see. If you want it, let me know, and I can do a playthrough of Pocopia for sure. Of course I can. But yeah, that's all the fun news to share before we dive into the recap. Anything fun? Anything crazy to share before we start? No. Sweet. That was
I
easy.
am currently playing through the new Resident Evil, which is
Oh!
quite fun.
Yeah.
I heard it was banned in a couple countries because it's too scary.
Yeah, look, it's
spooky.
really, really, really great. It's really cool. I don't know if
That
anyone
would
else...
100% be the grace moments, right?
Yeah, 100%. For anyone who's unfamiliar with the Resident Evil franchise, they've kind of done it so you get to play as either Leon for the action sequences, so which are quite fun, like a little bit more arcadey, you're kicking things, and the tension there is not as...
That's also recommended to be played third person. You can switch between first and third in this game.
You can. It's really fun. So if they recommend first person for Grace, who's more of the horror element side of things, and then you can play as Leon in some sections where it's recommended for third person, and it's really fun. It's really, really good.
I saw a news article. Someone tried to sue the game creators because they didn't add an arachnophobia setting.
Yeah.
I don't think you can sue them for that. I just don't buy the game.
No.
Like,
Yeah, no.
just
So-
They
down.
added a lot of features. That wasn't one of them. So that's on
And
them.
That's
some
the
people
Darwinism
really-
of computer games.
Some
Can't handle
people
spiders,
really-
can't finish the game.
Man, some people really do just reach, don't they?
Yeah.
That's someone.
I want money.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't want to typecast, but was it an American? All right, let us do our recap.
Probably.
I can't imagine an Australian suing for spiders, given the environment we live in. Is all I'm thinking. Like, it's like
Yeah.
you wouldn't be an Australian if you couldn't stand spiders. Like, you can't really be an arachnophobic in this country.
It's really tough for me. I have really bad arachnophobia. It is really tough.
It's not easy, mate. I'm sorry.
I was on,
What, man?
I was on
I had
the
a-
loose
I had a
and there was
tarantula as a
baby
kid.
huntsman that ran across the toilet roll. I'm like, buddy, no, not there. And I just sort of like brushed him off.
I would scream.
That's
I
not
would
your place,
try.
buddy.
You'd see me cowering in the corner.
Damn, man, you would struggle in our job sometimes. When we cut up logs and stuff, I've seen multiple like huntsmen just run out. I just sometimes just grab them off the tree. I'm like, hey, we're
Yep.
cutting this thing off. You go over here now and just fucking chuck them on another tree.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
Dave, when you come
I
up and
remember,
stay
like-
with me, I'll keep Harry, who is our resident house huntsman. Who, if you're in our Discord, you've seen pictures of Harry before. I sometimes have to
Oh,
catch Harry
Harry.
and move him into the garage again, because sometimes he comes out of the garage, and I want him to stay in the garage for most of it. He's quite a large huntsman. I'll make sure when you come up to stay, he stays in the garage for your whole
If
stay.
Harry comes into my room without
I
a
love-
proper invitation,
Yeah.
he may never
Man.
see the light
Yeah.
again.
Talking about Jared's thing with spiders, remember like one time we lived in Inverell and we had like an acre and a half and the biggest property for that, but we had big gum trees in the back and we had to get one cut down. And remember we cut this massive gum tree down in the backyard and it was like hollow in the center. And we cut it into like big sections of logs for like, timber and whatnot in
Yeah.
the future. I remember looking at this log and I kicked it and tossed it on its side, then went to go move it and looked at it and like I was seeing like it was like a horror movie, like one giant long hairy leg come out and then the other long giant hairy leg came out and this gigantic dinner plate like huntsman something came out and was like, what
Hell
the
yeah.
hell? I'm like, no, bugger
That's
this.
so
And
sick.
then went to ask the neighbor like we're seeing this massive spider come out the tree. What was that? And he was like, oh, that's a wobby goggle. I'm like,
Man, did you get a man? I would have.
it's a wobby
See,
goggle
like,
spider.
fuck.
I'm like, what?
Did you get a video of it?
No, I didn't get a video of it.
Yeah.
It was like this massive, like the
Man,
hairs
that's
on its
my
leg were like
issue.
half an inch long.
How do you spell
Like,
a
that's
wobby
massive
goggle
thing.
spider? How do you spell this?
That's so cool. I want to see.
I don't know.
I'm Googling it right
That's
now.
a wobby goggle.
I'm only
And
getting the
so
wobbegong
to this
shark,
day, I'm
which
just
is a
associating
very
Honestly,
cool
each
shark.
species.
Oh yeah. Because
Yeah,
I'm a conservationist, I
associate
love
those
this stuff,
wobby
man.
goggles.
I have an issue at work where sometimes, like, if there's like snakes, I've had an issue, like things like there's an eastern brown snake near me, so I start following him like a meter or two behind with a video, and then out of a hole, another one nearly came, and I stepped on it nearly.
Oh, you didn't step on it.
So it was no, I didn't. One of my mates, like my workmates, told me, and I backed off, and I got a video of that thing coming out, and like followed the other one.
The only Google I can find
That
on
was
that
surprising.
spider is apparently the AI overview is that they found a spider that hadn't been discovered before, and they nicknamed it Big Boy.
That's Sydney. Yeah, that was last year, I think.
No,
Yeah.
The big boy huntsman.
That's the Sydney. No, I think that's a Sydney. It's like a funnel web.
Oh, funnel web. You're right. Sorry, funnel web. The big boy funnel web.
The Newcastle big boy.
Yeah,
That's it. The Newcastle big boy.
I actually heard it. Yeah, I heard about that the other day at work. It was funny.
You can't trust Australians to name things.
Yeah.
We you can't trust us with that.
Yeah, right.
It's better left to others.
I think he was just fucking
Big
with
boy.
us, to be honest. To this day, I'm like, that's a wobbegoggle.
That's pretty cool, though.
I think you were lied to, Brandon. I can't find any reference to the wobbegoggle spider. I think this person might have been having a laugh with you. All right, let us do our recap. Let us dive into the session. The Tempest Adventuring Guild, a name now legendary across the lands of Nostea, is taking on the threat posed by the return of the Giants. Now heading to the frozen lands of Northgard, the team are on the trail of the Frost Giants, seemingly linked to a sudden and drastic change in the climate. The team have awoken from a giant dream, this one showing the sinking of the Frost Giant longship Icebreaker, an event which almost broke the All-Thing before it had even formed. Experiencing the events leading up to the disaster, the team learned of the power struggles between the various Frost Giant clans under Jarl Ulfric, specifically the Blodrin clan refusing to acknowledge the authority of the Frost Giant leader. Even more crucially, the team learned of the involvement of the Devil Vice in the downfall of the Giants, and that he may in fact be the Archdevil Mephistopheles. Before taking on the Frost Giants at Coldridge Harbour, however, the team first decided to investigate the lighthouse, the fates of the band of spellcasters sent to protect Northgard from the unnatural storm, still a mystery. Travelling through the frozen tundra, the team soon spotted a man clinging to a tree branch in a small copse of pine. Unfortunately, the man had died sometime prior, a makeshift campfire at the base of the tree. While investigating the body closer, the team was surprised to find a ghost suddenly appear from the north, seemingly repeating the movements leading up to the man's death. We left off last session as the team debated how best to proceed with the spirit and the body, and on how to do this cautiously. And that is where we left off last session. Currently, just to reset the scene for all of you, you have been trudging north along the edges of the Coldridge Harbour towards the lighthouse, jutting out on a peninsula at the very northernmost tip of the islands that you are currently on. You are currently around, be about sort of 600, 700 meters away from the lighthouse. You can see it in the distance rising up. The snow having piled up, covering the pathway, covering the road towards the edge of the lighthouse. You've taken a bit of a detour cross country to this small copse of pine trees where you've discovered this man's body. The copse is probably about sort of 40 feet, 50 feet in diameter. The largest trees right in the very center, smaller ones forming a bit of a natural barrier from the wind and from the cold as it moves towards the outer edges. At your feet, a small dead campfire, never lit, only having been recently constructed, lies there, the broken flint and steel that you had identified earlier next to it. You've just pulled the body of the man down from the top of the tree, laid him next to the campfire, I believe. Grim had also noticed some strange behavior from the ghost, seeming to respond in fear at something only it could see moving along the ground, climbing the tree to get away from whatever this was. So, I hand back over to all of you. With the information that you have and what you've seen so far, what would you like to do?
We were discussing, I'm pretty sure, gang, if we were wanting to do the ceremony now and find out what is going to, if it will basically send his soul to the afterlife or whatever, or if we wanted to go to the tower first and investigate that and then do some sort of ceremonies at a later date. I also think it's a good point just to remind, I didn't think about it at the time, but the question Dead was mentioning, like evil things at the tower, things that I'm pretty sure that looked icy, and if I remember correctly, the meeting that Bart and Harry had involved elemental icy creatures that weren't ice devils, just things that were made from ice that Meloran was shooting out of the sky. So I think they might be at the tower. So there's definitely a fight in that direction, I feel like. Bart would probably even mention that to everyone, but I don't know what we're wanting to do.
I think when it comes to the sanctuary, How long is that spell? Is it just 10 minutes or is it like the couple of hours?
The ceremony?
Yeah, to sort of try and move his soul on.
Oh, so the frustrating thing is that it takes an hour to cast it. Like it's a long-winded, like actual funeral ceremony almost.
Mm.
It doesn't last once it's cast. It's like a momentary thing that takes place, but it just takes a while to cast.
Yeah. My thought process is if there are spirits there and ghosts, like Bart would prefer to not have to fight their spirits and like put them to rest forcefully, instead being able to put them to rest nicely like this. But if there's multiple dead, it's going to take a long time. I don't know. Bart at the moment is just thinking in a non-conflicting way if possible.
See, I'm almost wondering, it's a shame that they wouldn't fit in the bag of holding because, we could sort of gather them all up and then just sort of do all the ceremonies at once when we have like a little bit more time. But
we need a bag of holding,
doing it out here,
a body bag.
Yeah, like if we could fit it in, that could be an option. Then do it sort of when we're in a bit of a safer spot. But I think,
I mean, I'm more than happy to bring him to the lighthouse with us. I can put him on a disc. I was going to say something nicer than that, but I can put him on my floating disc of bones and bring him with us. And as we not exhume, what's the other word I'm looking for?
Relocate?
You deliver their last rites. We can do it together. I'm sure after speaking with him, he would prefer to do that at the lighthouse, if that makes sense. It seems as if that was his home.
We should still be prepared for any encounter that we may have. The souls here are obviously uneased by something that has occurred at the lighthouse. We should be on our guard.
I'm going to start casting ritual casting for the next, I think it's like 5 or 10 minutes. Tense's floating disc, because
perfect.
I believe that's an easy way to go for this. Cora, don't lay in her.
Sounds like some dogs are up to mischief on their end as well. It's not just me who's dealing with mischief pups.
From the sounds of it, obviously we're probably going to be going there straight away. Bart will accept that. That's fine. I know we're in a bit of a rush, and this is the least of our concerns. In that case, let me just do this. And as you're ritual casting that, Bart's going to go and start just preparing a little bit of magic at the bones. And I'm going to ritual cast Gentle Repose. So it's a second level touch a corpse. For the duration, which is 10 days, it can't become the target of undead or decay.
Fantastic.
You're just doing that to stop Allie and I, aren't you? I mean, you're just using that to stop Lyra and I, aren't you?
Don't know why you're talking about.
Well, that's an interesting question. Would the myconid spores be blocked by that?
Because they're plant, not undead, right?
Yeah, they wouldn't. The myconid spores would bypass that. Interesting.
He's not wanting to be crass, but it's not quite recent enough for my spores to take effect, other than the special spores which the new doggo friend has now. So safe from my end, at least.
Perfect. It's as you speak, you watch as the ghost once again repeats the actions it took right before death. The man rushing through into the clearing, looking around, afraid for a few moments before gathering up sticks from the ground, attempting to make the campfire. You can't see any of the items that he's holding as he does so. It's literally just reaching down, picking up, miming the action of picking things up, stacking them where they are in the real world where they are right now. Before the ghost then notices something behind him and then begins to climb the tree in fear, rushing away from whatever it is, looking down, concerned, before eventually succumbing to the cold and passing away.
Did we notice what he was stacking in those positions?
Sticks. It looks like he's assembling the campfire.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, after I finished casting the disc, I'm like, well, he did mention something icy aberration coming from the ocean. seeing his ghost full-heartedly make a campfire, I was staving off the cold, or perhaps trying to stave off whatever this was. It's worth keeping your mind, at least.
Fear is a powerful enemy in some cases.
If we're going to head to the tower and there are concerns of more of the spirits that myself and Harry witnessed battling against Meloran, they seem to be felled fairly easily, so I don't know how much trouble we'll have against them. It might be difficult. Obviously, Meloran is a god, but I don't think it should be deadly. But do any of us... We don't have Ember anymore. We don't really have a way to combat cold and ice with fire, at least not myself. Do we have a bit of a plan?
I might be able to help somewhat with that.
I did learn something that could help with that too.
I mean, I do know myself. I do know Burning Hands. I got some access to some, fire.
The trouble there is
friend of yours there.
Well, when we were talking to the to our dearly deceased friend right now, he did mention that some of these spirits on contact can cause some less than desirable outcomes for anything physical, anything that you're wearing or equipment. It might not affect the being, us as in the beings itself, but I would be cautious just sort of about your arm there, Cassius, as well.
Yes, they have a perch to degrade. From what I can see, metallic objects and such. I don't know how it's cloth.
Cassius' arm is magical in nature, though. Would it be immune to the effects of such a creature?
Oh, well, magical armor is rather immune to such things, yes.
It is a magical
someone would have a tin can or a flagon that's made of metal, yes, that would disintegrate, much like this flint I once held in my hand.
If I'm actually, if I look at myself, I think most of the stuff I'm wearing is actually magical. My armor here, that's magic. I'm pretty confident actually if that's the case.
Well, I would like
the only thing really out of the game, the only thing it can eat is the shield, I think.
Ah, sweet. And our cloaks. The winter gear.
Because that is something important to note.
To light a fire.
Grim, as you mentioned before.
Yeah, okay, again, yeah.
As you mentioned before, Grim, that it was metal that had degraded. It's not just the metal; it was the flint as well. It crumbled. It had almost been whatever has happened to this. It also has affected the flint.
Oh, so this is not only just.
Right. I did say that out loud, didn't I? The flint and steel. I did say that out loud. Yes.
It's not just metal.
That's more. That's more complicated. That sounds a bit more.
That's okay. We can keep it simple for now. So we need to have some form of ways to melt their icy bodies and avoid being touched if able. So I guess we just keep that in mind if we do battle them.
I'll bring up Flaming Sphere when I can, but it means that I'll have to take a bit of a back row to the combat just because so I don't lose my concentration on that spell. But
and if it degrades anyone's clothes, we all be very civil about this, okay? I'm wearing underwear.
I'd be more concerned about freezing to death first, but...
I'm more concerned about my civility, but yes. But let's all be, yes.
I'd rather be dignified than dead.
This will be the first time much of me has been exposed to sunlight.
I wear skull underwear, okay? Yes, get over it.
Skull underwear.
Skulderwear. Yes,
Skunderwear.
Skunderwear. I use prestidigitation to light my torch. A thought, but just in case. I've got the Tensor's disc ready. I'm going to light the torch, stick it in the ground, and then move his corpse onto the disc. Use the mold earth to give a bit of a ramp to drag him up over, because I'm not strong enough to fully lift him.
Well, no, let me assist you there, Grim. Can't do it all yourself.
Well, I guess that's a little bit kind of towards. Yes,
Not that I am very strong myself, but
I don't know. Yeah.
Not to demean myself, but you look like you can lift more than a kilo, so I appreciate the help.
Excellent. So I can't offer much in the ways of magical means against these creatures, but I can certainly try and hit them with these.
To be honest, Niles, I feel like you might be better on the front lines than myself in this coming combat. I'm good at getting hit by things, but it sounds like we don't want these to touch us, so maybe you stand in front of me this time.
That sounds like a plan.
I will say that since we've rested, I've learned some new spells that have come to mind. I've jotted down to my spell book. If there's a room full of icy-looking beings, or pretty much anything really, I can use this. So I will fireball the room. So I will give good notice before doing so. And if anyone needs it, I have learnt the spell Haste. Basically, I'll make you move twice as fast as the wind, and you can attack twice as fast as ever before. So
I can move pretty quickly. Are you saying I could move faster?
I mean, you move very fast yourself as a monk, I've noticed, yes. But if you'd like to see the limits of your form, do let me know. I can assist with that.
What are the bets that Grimm's haste looks like a literal exoskeleton that like clips onto you?
Yes.
It makes you move quicker.
Oh, you know exactly where I'm going with this.
Yeah. I know how your mind works.
So
All right.
I do keep in mind, yes, for our future endeavors.
Perfect.
Well then, I think the only way is up.
With the Tensor's floating disc ready, the body loaded onto it, there doesn't seem to be anything else you wanted to investigate here before you make your way onward. Perfect. With that, you head back out into the snow. The cold is increasing, the temperature dropping faster and faster the further north you go, unnaturally so. And as you approach the lighthouse, even from this distance, you can see the edge of what looks like clouds, dense, thick clouds, right at the border. Above you is clear sky, but as you move further and further north, this massive anvil-headed cloud grows larger and larger, snow pouring down into the ocean just off the edge of the peninsula. As you approach the lighthouse, to get within about 100 feet, you can see the structure is actually decently large. It doesn't look to be of human construction. You can see where wooden additions have been bolted on, changes have been made to the structure, but the original form looks much older, almost dwarven to your eyes. Approaching the edge of the road once more, pushing through the snow, there is no sign of light, of movement, of life anywhere near the tower.
Can I do an Arcana check before entering the tower? Like, as a wizard, generally if I see a tower, I'm expecting some wizard to live in there and put some sort of safeguards up. Can I do a check to see if there's anything magical about this place?
Yeah, 100%. Arcana check, please.
At the same time, Harry would like to make sure if we're being watched, just looking around and... Yep.
Arcana check of 30. Grim, from the looks of the structure, as you examine it closely, you can see that the upper levels, particularly the uppermost floor, is designed to hold what looks like rather than the olden design of lighthouses, which would often use mirrors and a large bowl of fuel to burn and then direct with mirrors, this one actually has a massive crystal fitted to the top of it that you can see even from down here. It's hard to say exactly what the crystal is, but with your knowledge of the arcane, you suspect this is some sort of glowstone, a naturally occurring gem found in the deep reaches of the Underdark that will let off light. It's naturally luminescent. If you provide it with any sort of infused weave, if you provide any sort of magic, you can actually increase the output quite substantially and direct it as well, depending on where you apply a bit of a current of energy as well. So this is a pretty modern addition to this lighthouse. This is a fairly new part of arcanic construction that's found mostly in Oshia. So clearly this lighthouse is well maintained, and you can see even from the outside that there are clear signs that this has been looked after as best as it can, and probably not just by the people of Northgard. You suspect some money has come from the old Ocean Empire as well, to keep their ships afloat and keep their ships safe as they sail through these treacherous waters. Oshia is now funded completely by trade. The Ocean Trading Company is one of the most powerful businesses, powerful entities on the planet of Nostea. They're probably bankrolling this lighthouse and keeping it up and running for their own interests as well. But the gemstone isn't glowing at all, which is very odd. That's very unusual and indicates a dampening of magic, either at the top of the tower or elsewhere as well.
I just make note of this and looking at it and like, oh, that's rather modern. Oh, they really must care about this lighthouse to put a glowstone at the top. Someone really cares about these waters. It's not on. The magic here is weaker than expected around an item like this. Do be careful around here. Something clearly is amiss.
Do you have the feeling that it will affect spells? As in maybe they won't be as effective, or?
Do I get that feeling from my Arcana check?
Yeah, with a 30, you get the sense that all magic is going to be dampened by this, and it might extend through more than just the top layer of the tower. Whatever this is, you can't see any cause of it, which probably means that the cause of it is inside the tower, which means that magic inside the tower is going to be affected.
As Lyra asks this question, I prestidigitation like a flame in my hand. Does it look any different than usual?
No, it looks normal. All acting as it should. Your magic is not dampened or changed in any way for now.
As we stand outside the tower, are there sort of windows or sort of balconies or anything going up, or is it like fully sealed unit kind of deal?
No, there are windows and balconies, and this is what I was going to get to with Harry's perception check of 26. A layer of frost coats most of the outside of the tower. The windows are almost completely covered in frost, allowing very little. There's no light inside the tower. The tower itself is dark, but allowing no easy view of the inside. The few balconies that are there, you can see the doors are shut. There is no sign of anything inside. In fact, one of the doors has been barred shut from the outside. Someone has hammered a wooden plank and sealed the door from the outside, which is highly unusual, about 3 stories up. The front door is closed. There is no other sign of movement, Harry. As you examine the lighthouse, examine the area, it is silent and still. The wind raging around the edges of the cliff seemed to part here. This is an area of unnatural stillness. Not even the snow falls around the edges of the tower. It is bitterly cold and strangely quiet. Unnaturally so.
How many feet taller was that tower again? Like sort of one of the doors, like maybe that barred one?
It's about 3 stories up. So what's that in feet? Probably like, 7, 14, 21, 22 feet up? Should we say 25 for the purposes of round numbers?
Just because I'm sort of thinking, I'm concerned about going into the tower, but I'm also concerned about removing whatever bar it is. You know, it's barred from the outside. They're clearly trying to keep something in. But if we sort of get into a bit of a sticky situation, I'm just wondering if it could be worth maybe tying a rope up to the top balcony there as an emergency exit point, or even entering from the top. Like it might take a little bit of time, but I could potentially build a staircase out of ice. leading up to the top there.
I could just fly up if you give me one of the heat sources. I could just tie off the rope and throw it back down. I don't think that would be too much of a problem.
That does sound easier, yes.
Yeah.
And
then as for the entry, would we be best going top down? Do we start from the bottom and try and fight our way up? I mean, this disruption magic that Grim noticed seems to be more concentrated near the top.
Should we just knock on the front door?
Well, that is an option, but I've got a feeling that if anyone's home, we may not want to meet them.
I think we need to clear it out if we can. Whether we go from top to bottom, I wouldn't want anything getting out and hurting more innocents.
We should start from the bottom.
Yeah, the fortifications, they were simply just made by normal, regular people. I don't know how much it's going to actually stop from escaping, so I feel like we just take them down and clear out the tower.
To Bart's point, I think... you go, Lyra.
Oh no, I was just going to say, at the very least, I can try and enclose the front door with us on the other side. Not a full barricade, but at least something maybe to stop whatever it is from escaping.
Slipping past us.
I'm concerned. Yes. And so I think, just sort of similar. I'll make like a half version of Igloo of Awesome, but just sort of around sort of the front door. And just sort of enclose us sort of in. Maybe even build like a couple of little points of cover, like so that if we open the door and suddenly there's like bombardment, like we've sort of got something to sort of hide behind a little bit.
Yeah.
But just behind us at the door,
sealing you in to the front door, basically, right? To make like a hollow. Perfect. Yeah.
Love getting rid of our escape routes.
Lyra, this will take about a minute or so.
He does a chuckle though. My character, to be fair, he's making more of a joke there.
As they say that, can I kick my feet around the snow? How fluffy is the snow?
Oh, perfect timing. Brandon, you legend. As you go to kick around the snow around the edge of the lighthouse, you find your foot colliding with something hard, and there's a sudden motion from above. You watch as a figure rushes to the edge of one of the balconies, looking down over the edge. A woman, by the looks of things. Human, maybe in her late 30s, early 40s. She spins around looking at something above, and you realize she's partially translucent, same as the ghost you saw before. A moment later, she scrambles on the edge of the balcony, stepping over the side of the railing, trying to move away from something she can see inside before her foot suddenly slips. And you watch as she plummets down, landing heavily right in front of you, Grim. As you kick away the snow, you see the body, her body, lying right there in the snow.
It's a bit disrespectful, Grim.
I mean, I know you have a strange relationship with the dead, but that was...
Can I ask just real quick? So, does this actually look like a ghost in front of us?
It is exactly a translucent copy of the body that Grim has just uncovered in the snow. As you push back the snow, Grim, you can see the frozen body of that woman that you saw. She's dressed in heavily layered robes, an outer layer of fur cloak. Skin is quite tanned. She looks, for all the world, like a native of the Northgard Peninsula, and probably a spellcaster, judging by the book of spells strapped to her waist. The cover made from some sort of dyed hide.
Okay, guys. These things just happened to me. Okay, I know that you guys think I planned these things, but dead people just appear around me, and that's one of the reasons how I got into necromancy. I often find myself in these situations, and as I'm talking, I'm going down and unbuckling the spell book from her side, and I'm rifling around in her pockets.
So as you do this,
it just continues to happen.
Is it just a young woman in front of us?
The body of a young woman, yeah. 30.
As you start doing this, Grim, you suddenly just see this shovel just with some force just hit right next to you. Ah, come on, my friend. Let's leave it be. Hey, let the dead rest, my friend. There. You can have some of the ones we don't really give a shit about. This one, though, I don't know what she's up about or what she's about, but I think it'd be good to give her a good burial.
We can
Is our tracker friend with us?
give her a rest, but
Klaus is with you.
the book is rather important, if I may.
That's fine.
But we will give her rights.
Very good.
Us,
However, though, for the wicked, though, my friend, by all means, use them to your heart's content.
Klaus, is this
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Klaus, is this one of the spellcasters?
I'll need to have a closer look, but I think so. I don't know her by name, but yeah, she looks familiar. I think she might have been with the group who went north. She's from one of the outer islands, not from the mainland. I was really worried this is what we were going to find.
As I've discovered this, can I use mold earth to clear out, like, I don't know, like 10 foot of the snow just to see if there's anything else hiding out here, like around her? Like, I want to make sure that the base of the tower is not covered in bodies, essentially.
Yeah, mold earth can help you kind of push away the top layer of soil, which would push away the snow as well. See, I've got no problems with that. That's fine.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Grim, I have a question for you.
I'm shoveling snow. Yes. Shovel.
Something doesn't add up. If these spellcasters were sent here to at least check the weather, put an end to the inclement weather, what do you think could have caused all this? Do you think that the stone, the magic in this area may have attracted something to this location, or do you think it's similar to what we experienced at the volcano, where perhaps the spell went awry and backfired on them?
I mean, I know it's not. I'm not the person who asked the question. This does seem like a focal point, doesn't it? Sorry.
Yes, that's my thinking.
No, you're both right to assume this. For so many wizards and sorcerers to come to one location where it's a locus of magic dampening, it's something that I suppose at a university or a guild would send their most arcane inclined people to investigate the issue. Like, imagine this: you're a lighthouse worker, and for some reason your magical lighthouse stone no longer works, and you see specters or something spooky happening here. You wouldn't send a person with an axe to solve the issue. You would likely send someone who knows a little bit about the weave. So it's not wrong to assume, to my best understanding, that these people were sent here to investigate some magical anomaly.
Klaus nods. Aye, the plan was to send this lot up here to try and form some sort of barrier or shield to disrupt whatever it is that's causing this freeze. The Coldridge Lighthouse was just meant to be a meeting point, a place that they could work out of as a main base. It's the northernmost point of the island, and we know that this is coming from across the sea far to the north. It just seemed a logical place to start. I don't...
Had the lighthouse keeper mentioned any sort of magical dampening in the area at all that he had experienced?
No, we'd had no word of that at all. But again, one of the reasons why they made for the Coldridge Harbour and the Coldridge Lighthouse was because we hadn't heard from any of the people up here in a couple of days. It was two-pronged, this mission, to try and stop the cold and rescue those folks who'd been left behind.
So maybe the magical dampening is a symptom of, or a cause. Maybe they were trying to dampen the weather, the environments. But it seems strange if this was just supposed to be a meeting point. Why would they cast such a spell here? Maybe something went wrong. Clearly, it did.
I don't think this was our people. Whatever did this, whatever happened here, this had nothing to do with our people.
Okay.
Well, I suppose there's no better time than the present to look inside, perhaps.
The
None
book.
of us have any ability to sort of have some sort of movable barrier or area of purification or anything like that at all.
I can make a little house for us to go into.
But not a movable one.
No, it's not removable, but we can go there if we want. It's quite warm and comfortable.
Well, good backup plan. I guess yeah, and I've got the containment igloo in place. Just
Igloo blossom.
How tall is the tower?
Oh man, I'll do the conversion. It's about 8 stories. So what's that in feet?
Oh,
About 90 feet tall.
90 feet. Okay, you know what? That's not too bad. Can I upcast it? Does it do anything? No, it doesn't. That's fine. Okay, I think the best way to possibly go through the tower is going to be quick, not slow. I have some magic that is very useful against entities of the undead, in hopes that this is that and not some sort of frost elementals. Only one way to really find out. But if we're all ready, I don't think making a little house outside is going to do us any good once we're deep in there. I think we discharge forward.
Are there any windows? Or like the border? Like, is there any way to like look in?
There are windows a little bit higher up. The ground floor doesn't have any windows at all, but the windows that are higher up.
Climb up.
Yeah, you can try and climb the outside of the tower. Of course you can.
Harry's just gonna climb up a bit and try to peer in.
Harry, as you make your way up the outside of the tower, the stone is covered in frost and is very slippery. Could I please get an athletics or acrobatics check?
You definitely can.
Just quick look, just completely like your ability to jump. Is that high enough for you to actually just jump and look through the window?
That is a good question. I haven't looked at that ability for a while. I think it can jump higher.
You might be able to just
level
avoid
up,
the slip completely and just peer in through jumping.
I am very good at climbing. I did get a 24.
Yeah, I think you're okay.
Sure.
I can hop 20 feet.
I didn't see that, sorry.
You can easily leap up to the first story.
Hell yeah.
Like no issue.
Is Harry climbing?
No, Harry's not climbing. Harry just jumps up to the first balcony, Harry.
I was trying to climb. Sorry.
Oh,
Okay. Do you want to change it to a jump just because you can?
It costs a bonus action.
Then no.
I
Harry.
hold them.
I mean, we're not working in
actions.
actions.
You know what I'm like.
Yeah, it's not going to cost you anything. But that's fine. Harry, as you,
4 times per long rest. That's why.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I see why you want to save it.
Yeah.
Harry, as you scramble up the side of the tower, the icy stone, the slippery stone, it's no match for your tiny Harengon claws and your years of practicing very dangerous climbs to get in and out of buildings that held, should we say, accoutrements that you believed were more yours than they were the original owners. As you scramble up the side of the tower, getting yourself, using the ridge of the door frame, getting up onto that and then climbing up onto the lower balcony on this first floor, you can see here that there is a doorway here. The door is shut, and as you try the handle, it does appear to be locked as well. From this vantage point, though, you are very close to one of the windows. Now, the windows are very small, roughly about 2 feet high and only about a foot wide. They're sort of like narrow slits that someone has installed glass in, much like the crenellations on a castle is the best way to kind of think about these. And as you gaze in through the window, the layer of frost that is coating the window makes it very hard to see in. But as you go to wipe away the frost on the outside, you realize most of it is on the inside of the window.
do you need a hand up there, Harry? I can get up there, help you if you need.
Would I be able to stomp my foot and use my tattoo that lets me
sense using your radar, essentially?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Can you do like a Mission Impossible thing, like with a claw and just like carve a hole in the window.
Yeah.
Yes, but I don't want to let anything out first. So, as an action, you can expend one charge and stomp your foot to perceive all creatures and objects within 30 feet of you, unless presence is hidden from divination magic.
Harry, as you stamp down on the edge of the balcony, the pulse, we've kind of been doing this as like Toph in Avatar: The Last Airbender, right, where she does her earthbending pulse to kind of see things around you. As you slam your foot into the ground, time slows as this pulse goes out and then bounces back. You feel the vibrations coming up through the heel of your foot, amplified by the magic of the tattoo. There are many objects within 30 feet of you. A chair has been pushed up against the door to hold it shut. Even if you were to unlock this, there is a chair that's currently locked under the handle to prevent it being opened. Closer to it, there are some boxes and crates that have been stacked up to make a makeshift barrier. And there is a corpse draped over that barrier. There are no creatures visible to your radar tattoo within 30 feet, aside from your friends downstairs.
Harry will pop down and tell everyone this. Hey guys, so it's weird because on the inside the doors are shimmed up as well, and there is at least one corpse inside. So it feels like they were trying to keep things out. Some of the stuff here looks like they were trying to keep things in. I didn't sense any creatures inside, but yeah. I mean, do you want me to break the window? And because I couldn't see that well through the frost, but I could break the window and use my dark vision to see inside even better. Or do we just want to enter from the bottom of the ground and see what there is?
I think we just enter and clear it out.
Yeah, from
I agree with Bartholomew.
since it's slightly more contained.
My worry as
hopefully-
well is if these things are elemental or spiritual in nature, even a small hole may enable them to squeeze through and escape.
Yeah, that's why I didn't take initiative. That's why I thought I'd come and check, because I was worried the
thank
same thing.
Yes. Yes, specters are hard to capture.
Okay, well,
Through the bottom.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, no time like the present, it seems then. Why don't we take our first steps in, eh?
yeah, we're wanting to do exactly like he was saying and sort of charge through this. Bart is going to ask Niles to sort of get up beside him, SWAT style, and is going to cast Protection from Good and Evil on myself. And it only lasts for 10 minutes. So I'm just going to say we go top to bottom. 10, fight the first thing that we find if it's aggressive.
You top to bottom or bottom to top?
Bottom to top. Sorry, I'm panicking. Okay.
I can't reach the top, but okay.
I try the door handle. If it's frozen, kick it down. And just, after Protection from Good and Evil, ready to start, like, basically sprinting through this thing, speedrunning it.
Shall I lead from the front then? You can take up the rear.
I figured you and me can take the front together, go up the staircase. That way, we're at least protecting one another.
I
Excellent.
can take the rear.
Just FYI, I'm casting Gift of Alacrity for free as I get with my feet. I'm
Hell
just gonna
yeah.
quickly do that now. Get out of the way.
Just to double check, Owen, is the interior of this building constructed from wood?
Yes.
Brilliant.
Cool.
The outside is
Fire
stone.
it is.
As you open the door, the doorway
It wasn't locked. It wasn't locked.
wasn't locked.
Just open.
The front door to the lighthouse
Oh, wow.
was not locked. As you try the handle, the door swings in easily. And as you go to rush in, the first thing you are confronted by is the body of a person frozen in place. For a moment, you almost crash into them. This male body. It looks like a half elf, probably half snow elf by the looks of the pale skin and whiter hair. And as you burst in through and almost collide with them, I think Bart was leading the charge, right, with Detect Good and Evil? Yeah, Bart, you almost crash into this figure who's right in the doorway, their hand reaching out as if trying to grab at the door handle to escape in the moment they were frozen. And you slip. Can I please get a dexterity saving throw as you rush in through the doorframe and slip on a layer of slick ice around the
Did
edge?
Harry try to grab them?
Yes, you may have advantage on this, Bart.
16 naturally and 16.
Jump into features and traits, then jump back into DD Beyond, just so it comes through on Roll20. It's doing that thing again where it wants you to I don't know why roll 20. I don't know roll 20. I don't know why Beyond 20 needs you to do this for some reason. But yeah, 16. But you just managed to catch yourself. Harry sort of grabbing onto the edge of your kido, your outer cloak, holding you in place. Your arm passes through the frozen figure, and you realize it's another spectre. A moment later, you watch as the spectre shatters into shards of ice that drop down onto the ground. The chunks of ice that are covering the front door, these tiny layers of thin, broken sections of ice, it's the body of what remains of this person.
And it was facing the door as if it was trying to get out.
Trying to escape, reaching for the door handle.
What else is in the room?
As you look around the inside of the lighthouse, you see a wooden interior, sparsely furnished on the ground floor. To the far end, the northern end, you can see there are a few desks that have been laid out, tables, some with maps, some with charts, and on the wall there is a large board, a wooden board with cork, with pieces of paper pinned onto it. Looks like times and planned routes for ships, as well as observational logs as well. Whoever was running this, whoever was keeping the lighthouse operating, ran a tight ship, kept abreast of all information. On the table as well, you can see a strange bronze device, almost like a compass, but the top section is actually hovering in place above it, slowly spinning lazy circles. A ruby in the very center, and underneath a sapphire bound into this copper casing. The rest of the room is, very sparsely furnished. You can see there are a few chairs, not much else on this ground floor. Aside from, around the edge of the staircase, what look like makeshift barricades. One of the tables has been overturned, thrown to its side. To the far end, you can see where someone has tried to break the legs off a chair, maybe even to use as a weapon from the way that they've just been abandoned.
May I inspect the device in the center of the room to get
to the far northern end of the room? The table at the far northern end. Are you heading inside then, Grim?
Yes.
How far? All the way to heading all the way up to the device?
Since I'm in for a penny, in for a pound, walking towards the device, but cautiously looking at my surroundings.
Yeah. In the very center of the room is a stone pillar rising up that is a spiral staircase leading up to all the floors above. I should have described that a bit more clearly as well.
Yeah.
Grim, as you make your way into the room, the others following behind, Bart, Niles, and Cassius not too far behind you, as you head further and further into the room, passing by the spiral staircase, you again see the last echoes of that ghost, the one who shattered into shards of ice. You see him running down the stairs, frantic, and as he reaches for the door, suddenly ice coats his body, freezing him in place, and a moment later, he shatters, breaking into pieces, the shards of ice falling onto the floor into like millions of tiny shards.
What was the very first part that froze? Was it everything all at once, or was there like a part that literally froze just before everything else?
Could I get man, it's a great time for a deduction check if we're playing Cosmere. Could I please get a perception or investigation check?
I'm just going to do a general perception of the room, because yeah.
I mean, I
Reliable
was thinking this. Oh, yeah, there's already 2 perceptions. Don't worry about it. I'll just let people do the thing.
Roll the 6 on the die, changes to a 10, 19.
Plus 9. 19. Harry, his back, whatever this was, struck him in the back and froze him from there.
Okay, is there anything in the direction of that from him?
He was running away from the spiral staircase.
Yep.
The door to the front, so literally the entire inside of the tower could have come from.
Yep. Cool.
11 miles on the perception. Not much else that I haven't already identified. As Grim kind of walks past all of you, sort of moving out of the way as this ghost once again recreates the horrific final moments of his life, you can see this is a much younger man. Now that you've got a bit of a closer look at the ghost in motion before he was frozen and covered in a layer of ice, looks like a younger man, maybe 17, maybe 18. Doesn't look like one of the spellcasters, probably one of the lighthouse keepers, maybe even an apprentice, judging by the way he is dressed, not really carrying much equipment on him. The other thing I should say, Harry, with the 19, the moment the figure shattered, it was like something struck it in the back at the point where it was frozen, and that force rippled through and broke the rest of the ice and shattered the frozen figure. Grim, as you walk past all of this and head over to the table, the papers that are scattered across this table mostly seem to depict maps, nautical maps of the surrounding area, charting dangerous areas, reefs, shoals, and outcroppings of rock. Probably less reefs, given how far north we are. Mostly shoals and outcroppings of rock and shallow sections of the seafloor.
No coral reefs?
No reefs. No ice reefs.
This is an obvious question, but a giant couldn't fit into this location, I imagine.
The ceiling's only
it'd be
sort of
hard, right?
11 feet tall. It would be, not happening.
I'm just happy to just rule them out completely. That's all. I felt it was obvious, but that's fine.
Yeah. Grim, as you head on over, the charts are nautical maps depicting dangerous stretches of ocean here, noting common sections for icebergs to be shed from the very northern point of the Arctic, as well as the area of local currents that would carry those icebergs south and where they would move them to. Again, these are beautiful maps, old as well. Very well looked after and very well maintained. The device in the very center is roughly about the size of a mobile phone. It's roughly sort of about like 20 centimeters by about, it's actually square, so 20 centimeters by 20 centimeters. It's a copper casing underneath with a series of intricate pipes, tubes, and wires of what looks like some form of electrum blend. Not pure electrum, this looks like some sort of alloy from the looks of things. Definitely an arcanic device, probably made by an artificer. And the section above that's hovering shows latitude, longitude, and is almost like a compass but spinning, but it shows in 3 dimensions, not just 2. You can see there's also another section that spins across the Z-axis, moving around as it does so, seeming to point quite randomly. As you watch the pattern, there's no real direction that this thing is indicating. You're not quite sure how this works. There's a series of dials that can be adjusted on the copper casing, a number of them showing degrees, some of them showing almost like vertical dials. You're not really sure what this is. This is a interesting device. Not the source of the magic suppression.
Yeah. If I want to learn more about this device and its relation to like whatever it's been charting here with all these different mounts, would I use
history's the closest.
Investigation? Or history's the closest?
Yeah, I'd allow investigation to kind of just use your raw intellect to kind of figure out what's going on, for sure.
Let me see. Investigation or history. Both are good. I'll do history because that feels like it's on par here.
Yeah. Dave, Harry.
So the shards on the ground, are they still frozen?
Yeah, completely frozen. This person was shattered.
The body outside that jumped off the cliff.
Yeah.
That fell off the balcony.
Yep.
Were they like? How fresh was the skin? How long ago have they died?
It's hard to say because they have been frozen, which really mucks up the ability to know how long ago this happened. Days.
But it's been there's still ice because is it still cold? That cold inside?
Freezing. It is as cold inside as it is outside, which is bizarre. This tower should be insulated, should be much, much warmer. But it's not. It's freezing in here. It's completely dark too. There's no fires burning in the hearth. There's no light from any arcanic sources. It's the only light is what you brought in with you.
Just to clarify one thing as well, as soon as the doors were open, Bart would have been, if there's nothing visible that is moving, heading to the staircase and starting to, you said it was barricaded, right? The staircase?
Yeah, the staircase heading up, there's crates that have been pushed in front of it.
Yeah, he's going to be unbarricading that.
Does it look like the barricades are protecting, does it look like it was made as a defensible position for the ground level for anything coming down, or does it look like it's the other way?
It's hard to say. They've just been pushed up against the edge of the staircase and piled up to kind of block it a little bit. And you watched as this ghost that you saw shattered, the ghost repeats its death loop again. You watch as it has to scramble over the barricades to try and escape whatever it is that it's fleeing from. Your sense does go off, Bart. You do sense the presence of undead everywhere.
Yeah.
But that's I think
that
you
makes
need
sense. Yeah. I don't want to
ghost triggers
spend
it.
more than like. I know everyone's doing little things spread out. Bart doesn't want to spend more than 30 seconds down here. So the moment he's like unbarricading, he'll try to start moving up to the next floor.
Harry will
Perfect.
follow.
Once everyone's done, like obviously they're all doing stuff at the moment.
Alrighty. Grim, history. This device is a very new, very modern astrolabe. It's an automatic astrolabe powered by... it's an artificer creation. This is something that you've seen a couple of times in Oxenfurt. To find one here is very surprising. Again, this costs... this is worth hundreds of gold, possibly even more, depending on who the creator of this was. This is a very intricate device, and as you have a bit of a peek, you can see the lid that closes over to seal everything in is stamped with the guild crest of the Oxenfurt Merchant Society, Oxenfurt Merchant Company, which is not surprising, given the what you've kind of already figured out about this lighthouse and who's been paying for a lot of the things here. This is used to gain coordinates, bearings very, very accurately, and you can even tie it to certain pins. Those pins that are in the maps, you can actually use it to tie them to and get correlations between the map and the device and the real world. It can be used to kind of help scale down and scale up to give very, very accurate information to other ships, for those of you who are navigating. It's a very, very clever navigational device.
In knowing that,
It just goes in my little pocket. Yeah.
Yes, I'll pocket this. As you were saying that, I was already writing the item up in custom inventory.
You can
add it into
add
my pocket.
Arcanic Astrolabe to your inventory.
I call it the Oxenfurt Astrolabe.
That's
but
fine.
I'll rename
That's
that
fine.
one.
Yeah, that's
Does
fine.
anything happen when he takes it?
No, he puts the lid on, shuts it down, the compass drops in, goes in your pocket. Don't forget the pins, Grim. The pins on the map are part of it as well. As you flip the device over, you can see little areas. Or, like a wireless barbecue thermometer, how it's got like the little section for like the wireless Bluetooth pins that you like jab into food. It's literally got like 20 of these for the map that you can like pull out, put into the case at the bottom.
Was anything marked on the map?
Loads of places were marked
all the
on the map.
accessories. If it's got like a leather pouch it goes into, I've taken the leather pouch. Like
No leather
I've
pouch.
gotten
The
all
case.
these mods.
The casing is the main component that keeps it prepared. I
They
mean,
cheaped out. They could have got the leather pouch. It
could have.
goes in your waist.
yeah. The custom,
That's good.
like burned initials, with the engraving,
Yeah.
As Grim begins to pull out the map pins, I mean, Harry, you kind of spot this and go, "Wait a minute, what are these marking?"
Yeah,
Okay, wait.
yeah, we should keep these locations there. They could be important.
Okay, fine. I put them back as where they were.
Can I have a check to see if they are back where they were?
Grim's done a fairly good job. The problem is a lot of this map has little holes in it already, and Grim's kind of just put them back close to where he thinks. Grim, do you want to roll me I'm going to say this is a D100.
I can certainly roll a D100.
Yeah, give me a dundred.
Here's a dundred.
75. Okay.
5%.
He's done... Harry, Grim's done his best. Maybe one or two pins aren't quite in the right spot, but they're close enough. No one in this party has keen mind as a feat. I take note of that, and I always know who has keen mind as a feat.
But I'm so smart. I don't need a keen mind. I am a keen mind.
Harry, as you examine the nautical map, this looks like it was. I mean, the places, many of them that are plotted are just random points in the ocean. They do seem to follow roughly pre-marked shipping lines that you can very easily see travel around the outside of Northgard, moving down towards the south, probably towards Oxenfurt or similar destinations from there. These look like they were tracking ships. These are probably at least a few days out of date, given what you think has happened here and when this all went down. But they look like they're tracking ship locations.
Given Niles' like slight mercantile background, would I know what the export of the Northern Guard would be? Like what would sort of the trade be coming out from the north here?
Yeah. Can I please get an insight, Niles?
Absolutely.
Having been a merchant, can I discuss with Niles to give him help?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Sorry.
100%.
While they're rolling that, other than just like athletics, if it would speed it up, as Bart's clearing the staircase, could I try to hear if there's anything moving on the floor above, any sounds of danger? Because that's basically what he's focused on. Like, what killed these people? He just wants to find that.
Yeah, can I get a perception check, please, Bart? Niles, 23. My man. That assistance from Harry moved that 21 to a 23. As you examine the map and try and sort of think through a lot of these routes, and this is where we kind of have to jump back to the main map of Nostea, and I could do that really quickly if you want me to kind of map out these things really clearly. But like essentially what's happening is, because of the position of Oshia and because of how it is arranged, sea routes that are coming from Nuna or Balmia, the Dwarven kingdoms, either have to go all the way around to the south and past and through the Shattered Isles to get to Oxenfurt, or they can go through the North Passage, which leads them between Northgard and Oshia, this kind of narrow passage of water. A lot of the ship routes are moving in that direction. Not everyone can afford an airship for freight. Sea travel is still very safe, still very affordable, especially for goods and services, right? Like trying to pile up a whole bunch of stuff on an airship is going to cost you a lot of money for a lot of the supplies and goods. It looks like a lot of this stuff isn't coming from Northgard. It's actually coming from Balmia. A lot of it's being transported around that northern route just because it is safer and easier than trying to come around the south. The stuff from Chiari is obviously coming around the southern route, but yeah, that northern route is mostly for items coming to and from Oshia from Nuna or Balmia. Right. In terms of actual Northgard exports, it's not really exporting a lot of stuff. Furs for sure, really high quality furs from the animals that can be found here. A lot of fish, a lot of food and things like that. Alcohol as well. Northgard is known for excellent brews, very, very hearty fortified brews. So a lot of their stuff would be fortified meads, fortified beers, and things like that. But really, that's the main stuff that's kind of being exported here. Apart from, there is one item that is in great supply, which is squid ink. It's not just the floating cities that have a monopoly on this. Giant squid found in the cold waters around the tip of Northgard are hunted for their ink, which is used in a lot of magical applications. A lot of spell scrolls need squid ink, giant squid ink, and there's types of squid around here, glow squid, that provide very, very good ink that glows under certain circumstances.
Okay, so there are some interesting exports, but this is a pretty important landmark in terms of a lighthouse because of the northern trading routes, in particular Balmia and Nunia. Okay,
correct.
Bart got it's messed up again. I'm not sure what's going on. Sorry. A natural 20 for the perception.
Oh, man. Okay, fantastic.
Go.
So, here's what you hear. But there's no footsteps, no scraping of creatures, and the ghosts are freakishly, eerily silent. These ones that are stuck in their death loops. But in a moment of quiet, as the rest of the team are kind of examining these trade routes, you watch as Grim, Niles, and Harry seem very interested in the papers and the devices over on this nautical bench. You can see Lyra's currently sort of like just picking through the supplies, looking through things. Cassius is probably still sort of like looking at the shattered corpse of the body that was left at the front door, looking in a bit of horror at that. Or maybe Lyra's finishing off the little igloo dome outside.
He wouldn't be looking horror. He'd be looking more like he's in detective mode for now. I know because everyone's doing so many checks. I didn't want to add more into the mix, but he's 100% been scoping everything out.
Yeah, in that case, then you see Cassius sort of moving around the room. Yeah, okay, so
figure out what the actual thing is that killed these people.
Yeah, in that case, then you can see Cassius like really taking in the details, pausing as he kind of paces the room, much like a wolf kind of pacing the edges of an enclosure, very carefully watching, observing, and listening. In that moment of quiet, Bart, you hear something. A voice, you're pretty certain. There's an odd timbre to it. It sounds like it's coming from very far away, and there's a bit of an echo hanging around at the edges of it. The voice sounds female, or maybe a young man. It's hard to kind of make out the details, but you just catch this with the natural 20, and it's coming from higher up in the tower. It's speaking. The words don't make a lot of sense to you. I've quickly checked and you don't speak this language.
Okay. I guess as the staircase is finally unbarricaded, with only a short amount of time having passed, everyone quickly spreading out, doing their things. Okay, are we ready to move? I can hear things further up in the tower. Maybe creatures talking. I'm not sure if it's the spirits. We good?
Yeah, yes, of course.
Good to go, yes.
Yeah.
I got the pins afterwards. After we've had a squiz of those, so I collected the pins.
Yes, I'm happy to say that you have.
Okay, shield first, and my bird boy brother beside me, I will charge the next floor.
Are you rushing upstairs? Are you as quick as possible?
Yeah. So I'm hoping in that period of time of what we did was about 30 seconds. I'm wanting to just like go floor to floor to floor so I can get as much of the protection from good and evil as possible.
Breach and clear, maybe.
Yeah,
breach
exactly.
Clear.
Yeah, while you guys are breaching and clearing, I'll be probably taking up the rear as the other sort of more like frontliner. So I'll be that, presence in the back.
I'll be staying in front of you because I feel like you're a little bit better backstop than I am in case we get jumped from behind.
I also agree.
Harry will push up because he's a bit of an assaulter as well.
Yeah. You just hear from you're like breach and clear, and it's just like, yes, breach and clear, yes.
Flashbang.
I do have blinding smite, but yeah, we'll continue.
Dancing lights, kind of like a semi-flash, but not really. as you rush up the stairs.
Honestly, no, honestly, I actually love the idea of the blinding smite. That sounds pretty fun.
Pretty cool.
That is pretty good.
As you rush up, emerging up the staircase, the stairs are slippery. The layer of ice that was coating the inside of the windows seems to be coating a lot of the other surfaces. Any of the harder surfaces that are quite conductive to heat and cold, whereas the wood's a bit more resistant to it. The stone and the harder surfaces do seem to still have this layer of frost. As you sprint up the stairs and burst into the upper floor, you can see there are the bodies of 2 more people. These ones clearly mages, judging by their attire. One of them even has a large staff that they were wielding in life. The one holding the staff has been nailed to the wall by shards of ice, piercing through their chest, one of their arms, and most of their lower body and torso. Clearly very, very dead. The other one looks like they were in the process of trying to assist their friend, or were at least nearby. They have been even less lucky. It looks like, and it's hard to kind of see exactly what's happened, but a large section of their head has been smashed in. There is no sign or no indication of who this person was. Not much identifiable remains of their face or head.
Is the staircase barricaded again, or was it just that first floor?
Just that first level. None of this up here is barricaded at all.
Okay. I'll approach the staircase. If you all want to have a quick check again, we can do this each floor and just make sure we're not missing anything important. And I'll go to the staircase to do the same thing, like listen up again.
Can I do
As
a
you
quick
do so-
investigation of this floor? Oh, sorry.
No. So you go first. You go first, Brandon.
When you said that, I just want to quickly investigate this floor, particularly the staff they're holding.
Yeah, 100%. Do you want to make me a Arcana or Investigation check, please, Grim, as you head over to examine?
Offer the help action as well?
Ooh,
Because
I'll
I have
take an Arcana.
Oh my god! Don't even worry. That's a pretty good roll. Don't.
Do you want to make an investigation check? Do you want to make an investigation check for me, Cassius? Because that's different. I'll give you different information
on
for the
then. I haven't
investigation
rolled
versus
anything
Arcana
Let's go.
as well. But as you go to move to the doorframe, you watch as two more ghosts, again matching, well, you think probably matching the two dead bodies that you can see. You watch as they seem to be leaning out, looking over the window. You watch as one of them, the male, holds up a hand to his mouth, seemingly calling out something. It's hard to kind of make out what his lips are spelling out, but you watch as they begin to move over towards the other window before suddenly turning, looking at the staircase. You watch as the one holding the staff whips the staff around and then suddenly is thrown back, a massive shard of ice pinning them to the wall with their chest, and then more shards of ice following. The figure with the head smashed in tries to grab the ice. You see them go to cast some form of magic, and their head suddenly explodes. There is no warning. There's just this sudden poof as their head pops and the body drops to the ground lifeless.
As they sort of turn towards the staircase, sort of with the shock, does it look like they're looking up as if like something's come down from the upper levels down, or are they sort of looking more down as if something's come up?
Can I please get an insight check?
Insight check.
You got this.
Is it gonna roll through?
Yeah,
Oh, we got
go
loads.
through.
We got a 15, a 27, and a 10. I'll take the 15 because it's the first roll.
Oh, we can take the 27.
That's all good.
No, sorry, I was
I guess we could take the
audio
10.
through, and then I realized I didn't have my headphones on.
15, Lyra. It looks like they were looking up the staircase. Whatever it was came from above.
Okay. And then, I think just as we go up, it looks like whatever got these guys by surprise, it did come from the upper levels. I'm not sure if they're still, well, hopefully they're not in the lower levels as we somehow miss them, but I think, as we go up, it's going to get progressively more dangerous. So, just extreme caution if we can.
Maybe we take this stair a little bit more delicately.
I'm thinking less and no. It's so difficult to know. There's all the spirits of them around, and I feel so much undead. But I'm leaning more to this being elemental, or maybe even infernal from Cania. It's so difficult to know what to prepare for.
I can always do a sneaky little peek and then come peek.
I mean,
Not a terrible idea.
it could be worthwhile.
Can you sneak up on specters, though?
Yeah, can you sneak up on a ghost? How sneaky are you?
Well, I mean, when I go up the stairs, I can just bounce up, do a little hop, and have a quick peek, and then I can see very well in the dark, so I can take a lot in pretty fast.
And if you come back possessed, the word is Fidelio. Remember that.
Is that with an F or a
You're
V?
possessed.
Fidelio
They
or
won't know the
Fidelio?
word.
Who would even? I don't even know that.
Fidelio.
Fidelio.
I'm not familiar with this common word. Is this
Take
a
2 tablets
word you use
Fidelio.
often?
You just called that a common word, mate. What are you talking about?
It was just a fun word I thought would be good to use that no one else would know.
Some of those word of the day things again, Grim.
It's from Conker's Bad Fur Day. It's a very obscure reference.
I must be unfamiliar with that term.
That is some blast. from
Not
the
many
past.
are. No.
That was the game with the cavemen versus the rabbits, and there was like
Yes.
guns and
Yeah, they were
dinosaur
actually
eggs.
squirrels. They weren't rabbits.
You remembered the
Yes.
scene where he was getting into the nightclub and it's like the password is Fidelio. He's like Fidelio. It's like Fidelio. Yeah, it's a very obscure reference, and I'm glad you actually understood where I was at there.
Bard is going to mention to Harry, in this occasion, my mind goes back to over here and to Niles, and considering how fearsome whatever took out all of these mages is, and it did so from what we can see quickly, it seems to be a sudden attack on all of them. I think it's best if we stay together, even if this thing gets the jump on us.
Yeah, but I mean, like, instead of rushing up the stairs, we go up together, and I just poke my head around, and then I come back.
We could also just put a rope on him. I could throw him up there.
If you're right next to me, though, I don't think I'm not that stealthy, so I could poke my head around.
Well, we could try the same thing. I could do a brand new and throw you up as well. See how that goes.
I mean, you only have to be 3 meters behind me. I can just have a quick peek first.
Cassius, do you just want to throw someone up the stairs?
Actually, maybe I might get my ballista and we'll thing him up with the ballista.
Oh, yeah. You should save that for the top. Imagine shooting that from the top.
Ballista fit in here?
I don't think so. That's why I haven't summoned it.
While they're having this conversation, Owen, while they're having this conversation, I'd like to see what my Arcana roll predicts on these people, and if I can, summon their bodies to my side while they're having this conversation.
So the one with the head smashed in is going to be tricky, but you can raise the body of the one pinned to the wall. That's not a problem at all. We'll do Cassius' investigation first, then we'll do your Arcana check.
I will quickly. I have been sort of throwing down. If there's any innocents, I'm 100% not letting him raise them.
I think that's probably fair.
Yeah.
Cassius,
So
investigation.
that will be happening.
Investigation of 13, Cassius. Yeah, as you examine these bodies, I mean, given now that you can see the death loop, and again, it begins to repeat 5 minutes after, they seem to be happening. The death loops are almost on a 10-minute cycle. You get to see the last sort of like 5 minutes of these people's lives, and then their death, and then a pause for 5 minutes, and then the death loop begins again. This seems endless, happening over and over and over again. As you examine the body of the one whose head just popped, it's hard to see exactly what happened, but from your perspective, examining closely, it looks like maybe one of the shards of ice went through the front of their face and then exploded outwards, whereas the ones that hit the other mage and pinned them to the wall didn't detonate, which is odd and does strike you as a bit of an anomaly. The shards of ice that are still attached to the corpse on the wall are still there now. They're these massive shards of ice that have not melted, are frozen in place. The ice is this really almost like deep ocean blue. It is darker, far more coloured than you would expect given the size. They're roughly about 1 meter long, these shards of ice, and at their thickest point, about like 20 centimeters wide. They're also still emanating frost. In fact, there's almost a slight mist coming off them, a freezing mist still coming off these frozen spikes that have jabbed through this body and pinned it to the wall.
So the fact that it's a deep blue ice, that's sort of referring that's like even more denser ice than we would encounter. That's like glacier, ancient ice almost. So like that's not something you would find in a lighthouse. That's
this is the chromatic aberration of the density is what's creating that blue. As the light is bent, the frequency disrupted.
Now that I think about this and the importance of this lighthouse and all these things that we've encountered thus far, all these things we know about what's happening here, if these spellcasters truly were trying to somehow stop the weather, lessen its effects somehow, what if our devil friend, dispatched one of his agents to just take care of this? We could be up against something infernal.
Well, in any of these situations, luckily my magic should help us. Protection from good and evil works on fiend, elemental, and undead. So no matter what we come up against, it should still help. Speaking of which, I don't think we should dilly-dally. If you do want to step a little bit ahead, Harry, that is fine, but I don't know how much it'll help because I would rather you still at least stay close to me to be protected by my aura.
Oh yeah, no. Sounds good. I won't be that far ahead. Plus, I can also. I'm pretty good at dodging things. So if something did happen, I could, just barrel roll out of the way. Harry leads the way and goes to peer across.
Grim, let's do your 27 on the Arcana check. The staff is beautifully made, Grim. The main body of it is some form of alloy. You think there's elements of silver, elements of electrum here. It's really designed to channel arcane energy from the caster through into the crystal. And the crystal at the top is a diamond. It's been beautifully cut, probably worth about 200, maybe even 300 gold pieces. This is a beautiful staff. It is still clutched in the hands of the dead mage, which is fascinating that they haven't dropped it. Very interesting. But yeah, clearly magical, clearly enchanted. You think it's probably got a few spells that it can cast innately, and may even work to empower spells beyond that.
I hold the hand of the wizard who casts it as everyone's going, preach and clear, and discussing. I'm like, friend, you've met a terrible fate here, but your work will not be forgotten.
Don't forget that I'm still behind you, friend.
May I carry this staff on your behalf if you allow it?
That's it, my friend. That's
the revenge you find necessary. As I use prestidigitation on my hand to soften the frozen fingers around it to not snap them as I remove the staff from his hand, I'll peel that away, knowing Cassius is behind me and he's healing.
See how much easier it is to go from a grave robber to an honorable avenger?
Just takes a big, not a big angry one, but just a big.
I float a fine line between the two.
The words at the bottom of the tower. I'm going to pilfer through the pockets. That is not a fine line.
It's a fine line you got to play with. When you're a necromancer, you got to have a little bit of tact when dealing with corpses.
The dead can't do anything with that stuff. However, though, I definitely don't want him raising them.
Grim,
well,
as you try and peel back the fingers, clutching the staff, even softening with prestidigitation, there is a unnatural grip. Rigor mortis, you suspect, from the frozen body. I'm going to need you to make me a sleight of hand check or a strength check to break this staff out of the fingers.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, anything doing with strength, not going to happen. I can certainly try for sleight of hand.
That's a good roll.
So that's a 17.
Oh, I'll take it.
Grim.
It wants me.
It wants you, yeah. As you pull out a little, maybe let's say like a little I don't know, maybe like a piece of metal or something, maybe a knife, a cooking knife or a cutting knife for meat out of your pocket. You just slowly just get under the fingers and just get a little bit of a pivot so that you can slide the staff out. As soon as your hands come in contact with the staff, it is freezing cold, burning cold. And as you grab onto it, you feel that freezing energy begin to move up your arm. I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Is it worse than the cold feeling I got from my stone?
Yes.
Oof. Oh, 20. Oh my god. I can't fail tonight. I'm sorry, Owen.
You just jinxed yourself.
Fuck.
Yeah, bro. What have you done? Why'd you say that?
Just said nothing.
The cold does not bother you, Grim. The cold never bothered you anyway, as you feel the icy grip of this staff.
Is Elsa the big bad? Are we just going to fight Elsa at the top of this tower?
I will not confirm confirm or deny anything.
I didn't leave, but I took five. I took 5 psychic damage.
I think Christian just died. He's gone.
Yeah, Christian just
What else was I going to say though? Come on. The cold holds no danger for you.
There we go.
Grim, cold holds no danger for you as you feel that frost emanate from your hand. You just try to use a bit of your breath to warm your fingers up, and very soon you find that cold very quickly disappearing. There is, however, something else that happens that is a bit unusual. You watch as the death loop goes to repeat again, but this time, as the ghost, as the first shard of ice goes through the ghost and it flies back onto the wall, you watch as the ghost suddenly pauses, its head slowly turning towards its hand. You watch as the staff that the ghost is holding crumbles away, disappearing into mist. As the ghost looks down at its empty hand and then looks towards you, it does not look pleased.
Oh.
This happens. This
Maybe
does happen.
No, maybe in this instance, maybe you should just put stuff back, eh?
Cassius,
Look, I actually don't. I'm not too fussed
is...
about you. I'm not too fussed about you taking things from the dead because I can't really do much with them past it. But the dead is staring at us while you're taking it, though. So that doesn't ordinarily happen. So I put it back.
It doesn't look like it's giving you permission.
Wait, is it actually fallen apart in a spectral form, or is the staff
only the spectral form? The staff is no longer being held by the ghost. All the ghosts are wearing and holding
I would
what they.
100% like probably put
Can I walk? Cassius, we have to. Sometimes we have to handle. It's not my first dealings with situations like this. Let me see if I can.
How much more angry are they looking at us now that we're just dawdling here with this stuff?
Grim, I think if Harry is telling you to leave it, I think you should leave it.
No, he's not angry. We just
One
need
time I robbed the body of a dead child.
No, he's not. He's well, yes, he's dead.
What?
But he's still here.
Hold up.
He's not.
Wait a minute.
Dead yet. If he was dead, he wouldn't be here. So I need to.
You watch as the ghost steps forward, no longer pinned to the wall. You watch as it looks towards you, its eyes slowly beginning to glow. This red tinge beginning to emerge.
Maybe.
Put the stuff back.
Maybe it's time to put the staff back now. What do you think?
That's not going to happen. No, we need to hash this out.
Bart is going to.
By all means, hash it out with this ghost, then, my friend. Walk up to them, have a nice chat. I will stand behind you and support you in this endeavor.
Look,
Yes.
can Bart actually turn back to?
I would actually probably appreciate that.
to Grim. Sorry, I had a mind blank. Can Bart turn back to Grim and do an insight check? The corpse wouldn't let go of it. Is he now affected by some sort of a curse that the corpse was affected by, and he doesn't want to let go of it?
Oh,
Sure.
No, this cunt's just greedy. Sorry for the... Sorry, that's such an Australian thing. I apologize.
No. I stand by it. I think I've got the title of the episode actually.
yeah.
He's greedy.
A wizard's greed.
Yeah, 100%. Let's see you in the NT just greedy, bro.
Yeah.
11.
It could be a curse, though, to be fair.
11 Bart. Grim, I mean, I haven't messaged Brandon anything specific about that he needs to act in this way. This is all, I mean, I think Brandon, you can tell me if you feel like you're bound by some curse. But I'll let you know right now, I haven't told Brandon that Grim is under any influence from the staff at all. Grim, what's the vibe? You just like it. It's just a pretty staff. Oh, the curse seems to have affected his vocal cords now.
Bart's just going to say, we don't have time for this. Drop it. And going to command Grim.
Oh, I believe that is a wisdom save.
Yeah.
Grim, my boy.
They're just gone.
Well,
They're not
Oh.
in the call
They
currently.
did this. I
the
do
wizard
honestly-
curse has claimed another soul.
Oh my god, the curse.
I'll roll for Grim. That's easy enough. Given that we
I
are in this
feel
moment in
like
time,
he's
is of the
being
essence.
affected. Yeah.
Oh, they're back. They're back.
Okay, perfect. Grim, Brandon.
I mean, he's a wizard, so see what he does. He's probably got a lot of counters to this, technically.
You could kind of spell it. If you really want.
I don't know what he's. Yeah, I don't know what he's.
No, I don't know.
I don't know if he has counterspell actually.
He's got too many ways to drain people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Counterspell just means another non-necromancy spell.
Yeah, to be fair, it's a good counter to just shout out, "Bitch, I drink people," when you're in times of trouble. Oh, here we go.
Their
Our
mics
mic suddenly stopped working. Okay, that's okay. Brandon, I need you to roll for me a wisdom saving throw. Bart has commanded you to drop the staff.
I think that you're currently cursed and unable to do it yourself, which may honestly just be real life addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone is chasing that dopamine hit.
He does not have counterspell. Can confirm.
Wait, he just said the counterspell's in the chat.
Wait, I just went past his spells. I just looked for
I don't know
counterspell.
what's going on.
What
Oh,
the heck?
Shenanigans going on here.
That's my bad. That's my bad. I just went right past it. I was looking in 4th level. It's 3rd level.
Okay.
I'm a dumbass.
A con save.
Okay.
I'll roll a con save.
Yes, please.
Oh my god. Am I going to have to disarm him?
Look, I'm not going to waste my fucking inspiration.
Hang on.
because if
No.
he counterspells me, sure.
No. Don't worry about it. Grim, as you go to cast counterspell, you watch as the magic emerges. I need you to roll me a D100.
Oh, because of the dampening.
Yeah, and I imagine with cantrips it wouldn't be that bad, but as you go up the levels, it might be
65.
different.
The
Did we
spell
have to roll
will.
D100 for command in the first place?
Yeah, I also need one for command as well.
That's okay. What is it or what?
D100, please.
D100.
Yeah. I'm famously good at those.
Oh boy, with I mean, you've just announced that. That's not going to go well then.
You got a 96.
A 96.
Oh shit.
Okay, in that
Okay.
case then, I do need the con save from you, but what was your con save?
Game apparently.
My con save wasn't that hot, I think. Let me just quickly double check.
17 is the DC from Grim.
14. I fail. He counters it. I'm not going to waste inspiration. Fuck this. Fine. Keep the staff.
Can you hear us?
We can hear you now.
Yeah,
There we go.
Yeah, our microphone just died for some reason.
Oh no,
Oh, wait, no, Ali's is working now.
it's the curse.
You're doubling up.
Okay. So it's working Ali's computer now, but it wasn't working on mine.
That's better.
So, as the ghost with the glowing red eyes takes another step towards Grim, you watch as it seems to now notice you, its head suddenly turning as it looks back and forth, taking in your presence. The death loop has absolutely been broken for this ghost.
I'm gonna
And you
start
watch.
like.
There
I was
you
gonna
go.
say I'm gonna start because he's holding him. I'm gonna gesture because I'm right next to him. I'm gonna stand next to him, and I'm gonna start like helping Grim. Literally, just start putting the staff down together. Like, that's it, mate. Come on, you're all right there, fellow. My friend there, you're all right. Come on here, Grim. Let's go. Come on, mate. Let's put it down nice and easy.
Grim.
And I'm like double his strength lately. I don't
Grim,
need
we're
to
a
strength
team.
there.
Please.
I'm just moving it down with him.
We
Teddy
come
really
back to
likes the ghost
start.
noises that I make. Every time I make them, he
You
looks
have
up at me
to.
like,
I'm not touching the staff though. I'll touch
There,
Grim
Emil.
because apparently.
Okay, fine. We can
Okay, he's 100% Grim.
we can put the staff down.
Just until we deal with whatever's causing all of this. Come back for it later.
I mean, yeah,
Well,
look,
that's-
he's going to tear your innards out any second. Oh, this woman. Sorry, I think it's a woman. Is it? From
Man.
memory? It is a man. Look, he's about to tear your innards out.
I am not amazed by him trying to turn my innards out. I would turn his corpse into a vengeful spirit if I have to, and make
Or we just don't have any issues now, and you can just come and get it later when we're leaving.
It's not going anywhere. There's no one else here. We have more important things to do.
we can leave it be for now.
Oh, brother, we can get it later.
I'll say your caution about animating the dead it falls flat on me when they want to kill me in the afterlife. They shouldn't be here anyway.
Ooh.
I think that's enough discussion. You watch as the ghost suddenly surges forwards.
We have been gesturing it down towards where the corpse is. However, though, that might not be enough, of course.
That's not going to make a difference in this instance here. There's something else you need to do. As you're sort of like lowering the staff down, you watch as the ghost suddenly surges forwards, its form moving unnaturally quickly as it reaches up, Grim, and its hand goes right into your chest. I need you to make for me a Constitution saving throw.
Sorry, can I interject?
Yeah.
Cassius is standing right next to him, and he's the person he is. He would reflexively move in front. Can I do that?
Okay. Yes, you can. In that case, then, I need the Constitution save from Cassius as the ghost steps into you to try and reach Grim.
Is this it's asked me if it's a concentration.
John, did you see
Con save.
No, but D&D Beyond has asked me, is this a concentration?
It's not.
In flashbacks to Rainbow Six Siege.
Rolled in that one, which is hilarious.
Oh dear.
Oh, no.
Okay. Here's what happens. You are going to take, Cassius, you are going to take 14 points of necrotic damage, and your hit point maximum is lowered by that same amount. As the ghost...
How does that work with this temp HP?
How does this work with the temp HP?
You lose the temp HP and then lower your hit point maximum by 1, because you've got 13 temp HP, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the temp HP is gone as the ghost reaches through you and begins to drain you of your life energy, trying to reach for Grim as you interpose and push your way in front. And then a moment later...
I put my hand on the back of Cassius as like he's been reached forward. Imagine he sort of falls back a little bit. I'm like, I know we've had our brief differences for now, but I truly thank you for
your sacrifice.
Taking one for the team. If it was any consolation up this point here.
No, you cannot raise my corpse.
No, I will not raise your corpse. I promise you I will not raise your corpse.
How are we having this conversation as we're getting assaulted?
No. But
it's cinematic.
They can't. I'll just say they can't harm me the same way you do.
It happened, and it slowed down. And I'm like, I'm not obviously dead. I took 1 damage realistically, but I'm going to be like, Grim, remember me. I'm just letting you know they can't harm me like they harm you. Interesting, no doubt. I'll do it for anyone though, my friend. So don't stress.
You assume they can't harm you, Grim. They don't just deal necrotic damage, my friend. Alrighty, I am going to need everyone to roll initiative as this goes down.
Oh my god!
I don't know if you read my message, Owen. While that commotion was going on,
you were checking upstairs, yeah.
Upstairs.
God, I didn't click on my thing, but I got a 24 for that.
Oh, that's okay. I can add your turn right now.
So that's 31 initiative.
Oh my god. Let me do it. I'll fix that up now.
So the gift
Perfect.
of alacrity.
Yep.
I rolled a 7 on that. And I can switch it with someone, so I'll see how everyone obviously looks at the end of it. However, though, it's probably not a bad idea for me to just smack this ghost in the face, to be fair, but...
Does Gift of Alacrity, is that just you?
Yes, just me.
Okay.
Oh, I like the new image for ghosts.
Yeah, but only one person is actually impacted.
Look at that. Look at the new artwork for ghosts in D&D Beyond. That's sick. I love that. That's brilliant. Just shared it in chat.
That's a lot cooler than what it used to be.
It kind of looks like a Mistborn cloak.
It looks a lot. I'm going to use that as reference for Mistborn. Actually, that's brilliant. I'm always looking for new reference art for Mistborn clicks. All right, whose initiative do I not have? I don't have Bart's. What was your initiative, Bart?
Yeah, sorry. 15.
15. And Lyra, what was yours?
Sorry about that. What was that? Sorry.
Initiative. What was your initiative?
It is. Give me 2 seconds.
Oh, that's okay. You haven't done it yet. That's okay. And I'll need one from. Oh my fucking god! Grim got a 20, natural 20.
I told you I can't roll bad tonight.
That's apparently that's true.
That stuff.
So rather
Well, perfect.
fittingly.
Suits me better. Now I can just beat you and take it.
Yeah.
I would like to use my focus point to align to Cassius, so I am at the top of the turn order, or
Which will actually
maybe slightly below.
That is a
Cassius.
combo that has just been found tonight. That's pretty nutty. If I roll massive with my gift of alacrity plus,
And then Niles can
Oh,
use
yeah.
the synchronize feature or align feature for way of sympathy.
we
But
can
this is
make,
the new updated way of sympathy that you're working off. The slightly
easy.
rebalanced version that I think hopefully
31
is the final
Sick.
version. So technically, Niles, you'd be first because your dex is higher.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. I'm just going. I'm like.
There's
now I'm
one
just
thing I need
kind
to
of-
do first, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Harry
Yes.
had snuck up the stairs. Harry is currently on the staircase looking up to the floor above. Harry, on the floor above, you can see
I was
there-
trying to do it stealthily, just by the way, like in the shadows,
Yeah.
as quietly as I can. Yep.
Could I grab a stealth check then, my friend? If you haven't already rolled it.
I haven't. I just rolled it, but it didn't come through. Let me roll it again. 28.
What in the goddamn? 28's pretty good. As you make your way up the stairs and slowly begin to peek over, while this is going down with Grim and the staff and the rest of them, you don't know what the fuck is going on with those guys right now. But as you peek up above, you can see there are more bodies up here. It looks like a collection. 3 people huddled together in the corner of the room. One of them, there is a glistening, semi-translucent shield held in place in front of them. And they look like they're just frozen, not covered in ice, no obvious wounds, just frozen, as if paused. A shield held up in front of them. This glistening magical shield. 2 others cowering behind it, and they're just frozen in time, paused. And that's when you hear the coming from the ghost downstairs as it goes to attack. It goes to attack Grim.
What direction were they facing?
They look like they're facing towards the staircase.
I know
The
this is
staircase out.
Harry's.
Correct.
I know this
So
is
go-
Harry's thing.
Yep.
I just wanted to quickly ask, with this magic that you were talking about in the shield,
Yeah.
have they done a magic shield that then the ice is caught and then still
There's
the
no
magic shield's
ice.
in place?
There's no
Okay,
ice.
no
It looks like they're frozen in time. And it looks like, they've conjured like the spell shield.
Oh.
And they're
Wait, is
frozen
the
in
shield
time.
still-
The shield is
shield
still
frozen
there.
in time?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was sort of angling at.
Do they look cold
No.
at all?
No. There's no ice on them
More
at
like
all.
so it's looking more like a time stop of some kind, like what they look like at least.
Yeah.
See, now that's a different.
Is there anything on the stairs
That's a
that they're
different
looking
thing.
at?
That's a different
like
thing to
right now?
throw in right now, actually.
Mm.
Is
Nothing
there
on the-
anything like where they're facing?
No, you're coming up the staircase from below. It looks like they're looking up higher. The floor above is the crystal. And you can see there's a chain gate that has been positioned to lock off the area above with a thick curtain in front of it. So you can't really see any higher up the tower right now.
Okay. Harry will head back down to tell the others.
You watch as
Perfect.
Niles is putting this ghost to rest with its hands, boy. Bang, bang.
And your hands do count. Your hands do count as magical weapons.
Yeah, I'm using force for all intents and purposes. Not bludgeoning. It's force damage on the
Perfect.
ghost.
Grim's very excited by seeing this. He's like, yes, that's what you do to ghosts. Punch them. Remove them from this mortal plane.
That's all Niles can do, man. It's not a
Do you know-
spellcaster.
Do you know what else you do to ghosts? Don't steal their shit.
Yeah.
Ghosts
Yeah.
should not be. Grim says to the ethereal being in the sky, ghosts should not be here. Their bodies should be here, not them.
Niles, that is going to be a hit on the 26, a hit on the 29, a hit on the 18, a hit on the 17. The 12 is unfortunately a miss.
That's fine.
So 11 bludgeoning, 8 bludgeoning, 10
so-
bludgeoning, and 13 bludgeoning.
Well, force.
So,
but-
do you think it's bullshit that their souls are still here because you can't like just loot their corpses without like issue?
No. If
42
you
damage,
die,
I think.
we can
40, I
say
think.
if they die, they should not be here.
13,
Their body should be
24.
here.
It's just
Say
in the way of
32,
you, grave
42.
robbing. It's just in
Yeah.
still. Sorry, guys. It's just
Alrighty.
a little
Alive
funny
still?
observation.
Is it dead still?
as you unleash this seemingly unending burst of violence, Niles, your fists cracking forwards, they sink into the ghost's body, smashing into its side, disrupting it. And as these concussive blasts of magical force strike into the side of the ghost, you watch as bits of it begin to crack off, splitting apart as it's disrupted. The ghost lets out this ungodly wail. But it is still alive. Or well,
Oh no.
still animated, shall we say.
Well, I did my bit. Just
Feels like some sort of like World War II slogan.
Yeah.
I'm doing
I did my part.
I did my part. Yeah.
Anything else on your turn, Niles?
That's a movement, action, bonus action. I'm done.
Cassius, it's your go next.
Oh, look. That bloody hurt, didn't it, when you shoved your hand through my chest? So I think it's only right I try and do the same. So I just, this sudden, like, electricity starts, like, sort of filling, like, not sort of sparking through the room as I start, like, obviously collecting more power in my fist weapon. So that then lights up with crackling lightning as I use my bonus action to ignite it. And I'm a little bit peeved at the putting the hand through the chest, so I'm just going to wind back a haymaker and just try and connect with the jaw.
Fantastic.
Are we just punching this thing to death again?
Yeah. You went with it, and I liked it, and it honestly, yeah.
I
just wants to
punched a
stop
ghost
that.
and I liked it.
I know. Like, Niles is like, I don't have time for this shit. I just move on.
23 to hit.
23
The
will
bastard
hit.
already died.
6 and 4 the sword. Okay, so that's already done the. So 3 and a 1. All right, so 10 overall. That's actually really poor rolls. That's a 2, a 3, and a 1. But oh well, shit happens. Overall 10 damage
shit happens.
with the first strike.
I will mark that off. As you strike into it, you watch as the eyes begin to glow redder and redder. Something is happening with this ghost. The more you interact with it, the more you break it from that death loop, it is changing and shifting. You watch as its form begins to almost warp. Ice beginning
Is it
to
very
grow.
unnatural?
What was that, sorry?
I already know like a ghost is unnatural, but is this like really unnatural? Because like obviously like I don't know how much Cassie's actually dealt with ghosts.
Probably not a huge amount.
This doesn't seem like it's a norm. Like this doesn't seem like a regular thing with dealing with ghosts.
No, and you watch as its form begins to shift, like translucent ice growing like armor across its body as it takes more and more damage. The more it's disrupted, the more it's broken. It seems to be warping, shifting, becoming something more infernal looking.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Anything else on your turn, Cassius?
I still have another attack. That's throwing a spanner in the works. I don't really want to punch it again. I will quickly just add on to the first hit. I'll just add the sap, FYI. So if I hit a creature with this, that creature has disadvantage on its next attack roll before the start of my next turn. So it's just a little caveat to add on top. I don't feel like punching it again currently because that doesn't seem good for the soul. I'm going to try and do something a bit more. I'm going to put my fist, just sort of stow it away to the side. I'm going to use my other hand. And I have that a Meloran icon
holy symbol.
that you stitched.
Yeah.
The holy symbol. I'm going to have it connect with the ghost. And I'm just going to quickly do a quick little prayer to... Hey, Meloran, I don't really talk to you often, but... This does not seem natural, and we're all about that natural. So, by all means, if you're up there and listening, I wouldn't mind a little bit of help. Try and help this soul, because what's happening to them seems pretty horrible.
Could I get you to please roll for me a religion check?
Okay. 17.
There's a sense of connection for a moment. The holy symbol vibrating for a moment. You're not sure exactly what it means. But
Fine.
your call has been heard.
Yep. I'm not going to attack it again. I'm going to instead try and take its... I'm going to like... What's the way to describe it? It's hard to like grab the ghost's attention. I'm going to try and get like as in front of this ghost as I can. I'm already there in front of it. It's got its hand through my chest. And I'm going to be like, why don't you try again, hey? Might make you feel better. I'm not sure. Use me as a punching bag if you will, but these fine friends, these fine folks, leave them be, eh? Let's try and find some peace for you there, my friend. We'll do it together, eh?
Yeah,
I'm not punching him anymore because it seems like that did not have a great effect. So I'm trying another spiel, see how it goes. Don't know where it's going to go.
Okay,
Got to try something
noted.
though.
I will make a note of that. Interesting.
But yeah, so I withhold my second attack
Yep, easy
as
done.
well.
Harry, your turn.
Harry walks down the stairs a bit, and he's like, "Oh, this Grim guy can't take him anywhere." Was there a second ghost in the room earlier as well?
There was. It is currently going through the motions of its death loop again. It's at the far end of the room.
It's not. Nothing's different. Nothing's different.
Do you want to make me a perception or insight check, Harry?
I would love to make a perception check. Yes, please. The 22.
Harry, something is very wrong with the other ghost. It has paused its death loop. It is no longer rushing away from the window. You watch as it kind of pauses and looks towards the rest of the party as its eyes begin to glow softly red. I'll add it to the map.
Hey guys, the other ghost is playing up as well. Harry, how many feet is it to pop his head back up to the floor above?
The staircase is like, you're like going around it's like probably 14. Oh, for the purpose of it, let's say 15 feet to run up the staircase.
Okay, well, Harry will use half his speed to from where he is. He could shoot the one, either of the ghosts.
No,
right?
because the stone is contained within a pillar. It's only as you come down the staircase that the spiral staircase is within like a stone pillar that rises up through the center of this this area here, through the center of the tower. It's only as you get to the bottom that you notice the other ghost.
Yeah, so it's okay. So I've used up some of my movement to get down, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if the ghosts on the other floors would be playing up as well. Harry will then, I guess, use his movement to go somewhere in the room where he can perch and bonus action hide again.
Yep.
And then he will ready an action to use his longbow with sneak attack damage and also the radiant damage on the one that's already hurt.
Okay.
If it escalates the situation further to anyone except Grim.
Okay. Except Grim.
A lot of hostility here.
Okay.
He was dead.
I maybe up here is a good spot. I don't know.
Perfect.
But yeah, somewhere just a perch and yeah.
Alrighty. Grim, it is your go next.
I'll leap out the window and run away. Fuck you guys. No.
I fucking took a fucking
Watching
hand.
you take your fucking staff with you.
There's a lot of hostility come from everyone here. No,
Are you still
I
holding
took a hand through the chest, bro. Come on. I'm still like, it's all good, bro. It's all good. She's currently.
He took a hand in the heart for his people. Yeah.
Technically, Harry was neutral. It
fucking
was no
playing it.
hostility. He's just ready in action.
No, amazing.
I'll look at, because it was Bart that casted the command, wasn't it?
Yes.
It was, yeah. Yep. Look at Bart. Bygones be bygones, my friend. As I cast haste on him, knowing he's soon to act.
Can I get you to roll me a D100?
I'll roll a D100.
Now, are you still holding the staff?
Yeah.
Or did you put it down? Okay.
38. Grim. As you try to summon the magic, Something's blocking
it's
you.
rough.
Something's blocking you. You are unable to cast the spell. You retain the spell slot, but the magic just falls apart.
That's good to know. Good,
You don't
good,
lose the
good,
spell slot.
good, good.
I
No,
can't
that's
roll
not
anything bad tonight.
Only when he's acting against the party. It's when he's working collaboratively. That's when his dice rolls fail.
See, this is what happens when I help.
Yeah.
Never doing it again.
Yeah, you've learned your lesson.
Oh god, I
It
don't
does
have
use
a
up your
bonus
action.
to. Yeah, I've used an action. I don't have a bonus action to do anything, do I? Like,
I
get
mean, you
away
have
from
bonus
this
actions.
ghost that wants
I don't
to-
know if you can do anything with them, though.
Yeah, no, I can't. No, I was like, I have a bonus action to not get hit by ghosts, but I don't. And if I leave, I'll take an opportunity attack. I'll stand here with my boys.
Okay, but not out of choice. It's because he's too scared to run away and take damage. It's not like, let's not hold this up as a heroic moment for Grim as he stands proud with the last line of defense against the undead. It's just, I don't want to be hit, so I'm going to stand here with my beefy friends. Hopefully they get hit instead of me.
If they want to hit me, they can try. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, that is Grim's turn. I tried my best.
Bartholomew, it's your turn next.
Look, we came in here to fight. I can see what Cassius is trying to do, but I don't know how well we're going to be able to put them to rest, especially because it looks like they're turning infernal now. Bart is just going to try to put himself in between this one and the party, rushing across to the other side, trying to gain its attention. Can I do like a free insight check just to see, like, as I approach it,
Yeah.
if it looks aggressive? I know you've said multiple times how it looks. Its head sort of slowly is clocking all of us.
Yeah.
But
But
you're going to assume, right? That's fair.
Yeah.
is there
Yeah.
an angry look as I get close to it? I guess that, yeah. Do I provoke something as I get
Yeah.
close to
Let's find out.
it? 17.
But as you move closer, you can see the red glow behind the eyes growing stronger and stronger. This ghost is right on the threshold. It's noticed you, but it doesn't seem aggressive yet. But it's not far
Okay.
off it.
No, that's fine. That helps make my decision then. In that case, remembering it to the tree line, not wanting to do this with violence, Cassius trying to help a little bit. I'd like to do a religion check for my turn as well. I'm going to grab the symbol of Meloran just to have a connection to the gods, but not for her specifically. I had them up before. Let me just, here we go. Perfect. Arathis does not want you here. Enter the Raven Queen's embrace and pass on properly. And I'm going to try to, I guess, a small little prayer to the god of life and the god of death.
Alrighty. I'll need a religion check.
That is a 22.
Very nice. The holy symbol begins to softly glow, as does Cassius's. Both of your prayers together, it sounds like someone is answering. As the light begins to emanate from your holy symbols, I'm going to put a glow effect, an aura, around each of your tokens. Within 10 feet of each of you, undead have disadvantage on their attacks as a result of this aura of light that begins to glow from your holy symbols as a ward of life surrounds you to block the effects of the ghosts.
Okay. Bonus. Well, that's going to really help too much. It's part of an attack roll. I don't think I can concentrate on Divine Smite anymore. No, yeah. I think that's just going to be my turn. So in that case, just so I could get a little something. No, there's not too much that can be done. I was going to see if there was like a skill tracker I could do, but there's not really one. That's going to be Bart's turn.
Alrighty. The ghost's turn, and this is where we'll be wrapping up for tonight on this cliffhanger. You watch as the ghost, paying no heed to Niles, to Cassius, who have dealt some decent damage, Niles in particular. Cassius, the light emanating from your symbol, you watch as the ghost is focused solely on Grim. You watch as it reaches out and attempts to possess him. Grim, I need you to make me a charisma saving throw.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I'm very charismatic.
I know you are.
Oh, wow.
Grim,
20.
you are very charismatic. That is a 20.
If it affects me, it's fine.
As the ghost reaches out and tries to take over control of your body, Grim, the hunger within you awakens. And in that moment, you watch as the ghost withdraws, feeling that pull, as if it was going to be consumed by whatever it is that lives inside your soul, this dark hunger. As the ghost pulls back, you watch as it cocks its head, and then with a sudden swift motion, its arm smashes through the inside of its chest and crushes its own heart. You watch as the ghost pauses and smiles a devilish grin as it breaks apart, shattering. The second it does so, voices echo from all the floors of the tower. As all of the ghosts are broken from their death loop and look towards the rest of you. And that is where we're going to wrap up for tonight. We will be diving back in next week as we see what happens next. I will bring us over to the webcams, and for those of you watching on Twitch, we are going to go and raid Crit and Miss, who are currently doing their Chronicles and Chaos campaign. I will get that raid up and running. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us. We will see you all very, very soon. For those of you watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast, thank you so much. Make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, and leave a comment. Otherwise, a certain wizard may come by, steal your stuff, and set an army of the undead upon you. But it's okay, because when you die, he'll bring you back as one of his slaves. I mean, employees. Everyone, thank you so much. Yes. Make sure you go and check out the Esoteric Ebbs playthrough that is currently popping up on YouTube. It's going to be lots and lots of fun. It's going to be a blast, so make sure you go and check that out. Everyone, I hope Brandon, Ali, and Jared are all feeling better soon. We will see you all next Monday for more Cosmere, Tuesday for Tales from the Yawning Portal, and Wednesday for Return of the Giants. Until next time, gang, stay safe, stay well. See you soon. Bye!
Good night.
Bye.